What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Philip, and today we'll be reviewing the Head Prestige Tour. So I don't know if you guys saw from that intro, but the racket looks beautiful. Black, red, it's very sleek. I like it very much. But aside from the looks, let's talk about what's really important. Unstrung, the racket comes in at 315 grams with a head size of 95 square inches. The string pattern is 1619, and it's got a stiffness rating of 65 RA. Now, one big thing to watch out for on the specs, you'll either love this or hate this, is the swing weight. 340, that's pretty high. But if you're a strong player and you're advanced, or even if you just like a challenge, you will love this. So let's start off this review with my initial impressions. I picked up this racket and I felt the weight in the head. It's a little more than you used to. And I played with it and I couldn't maneuver it for the first hour, and I was thinking, what the heck am I doing? But I started moving my legs. I started, driving the ball in full swing, and oh my lord, it's really good, really good. I'm very impressed. So what makes this racket so, in my opinion, just solid? Well, it's got a 95 square inch head, which I really like because when you hit the sweet spot of a 95, it just feels very good, and you're rewarded with very good precision and control. This racket did not fail to give that. Although, with the control, I still found I had a lot of spin potential. The 1619 string pattern I thought worked very well for it because usually on these smaller head sizes, it's hard to have access to that spin. But the 1619 kind of polarizes that and gives you that control with the spin. But you do have to get used to the launch angle. For me, that was a bit of a shock coming from an 1820. So let's talk about the forehand wing of the racket, how it felt on my forehand. I was really surprised. I thought that with this racket, I would be hitting low flat balls, which I do hit a lot of, but I actually found myself really liking a nice arc over the net. And this felt really good because it pissed off my opponent. Like, when you get depth, your opponent just makes more errors. And yeah, but I also felt that I could really flatten it out with the swing weight and the weight in the head. I felt that I could plow through the ball. But when you got it moving in that upward direction, with the 1619 string pattern especially, the spin, you had a lot of access to it. It was there. It was very good. Forehand slice, very good. Similar story. Like, you could just keep the ball low and you could drive it so well. I use it to get myself out of sticky situations all the time. Very good. You can really, if you just, snap your wrist as you do it, oh my god, the ball just dies. And it's really easy to drive. It's very good on the forehand slice. Backhand wing, very similar. Just a solid racket overall. Backhand slice was another standout shot. Oh my god, it was beautiful. There was so many times where my opponent would hit a super fast ball, and all I had time to do was slice it, and I would hit a winner out of it. It was absurd. Now I'm going to talk about touch shots, volleys, smashes, approach shots. So in my opinion, this is the big strength of this racket. Just the feel and control that you have allows you to just be really creative with your play style. If you want to move up, it doesn't matter what your opponent throws at you. If you're in the right spot, you can work with it, and that was really beautiful with this racket. I found. I really liked to serve and volley with it because even if I was caught in the middle of the court, I could just kind of half volley it or whatever. Smashes, I missed a few, but I just suck at smashing. Smashes were very good as well. This racket is just solid. I don't understand why more people don't use it, really. Oh, and how could I forget? The sensation on impact was so satisfying. I swear I busted a nut every time I hit. No, I'm kidding. Don't quote me on that. Alright, so the power. it is a lower powered racket, but in my opinion, this was irrelevant. It like the 16-19 string pattern really raised the ball where you didn't need much power either way, and the weight of the racket kind of helped you. So not that big of a deal. Next up, I'm gonna talk about basically the most important shot in all of tennis, the serve. Serve on this racket was menacing. Because of the weight, you're forced to become more efficient. You can't just use your arm. You have to like use your leg drive. You almost don't have a choice. But man, the reward when you do it is so good. It's seriously like flat serves, amazing. Slice and kick, 16-19 coming clutch. Gets you that spin. It's just there's nothing bad about this racket. I seriously can't say. Other than like the weight. If you can't handle a high swing weight, but the racket is great. So overall, I'm giving this racket a 9.5 out of 10. If you're good with a racket, if you're just a good player, you can't go wrong with it. Anyways, as always, some highlights for your enjoyment. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment any feedback, please. I love to hear it so I can always improve. And as always, have a good day. Out.